Welcome back to Awesome Truth Reacts, and we got a Smackdown recap video to talk about. So we got to talk about Smackdown, and this beginning part, I got to go a little solo because Truth was a little unavailable right now. But we had John Cena and Randy Orton with an incredible promo. First, John Cena tries to come in the ring, gets interrupted by Randy Orton, and then Randy Orton I remember one moment when Radio Orton was telling John Cena, like, maybe you should, have kids because maybe that's the problem was going on with you with the fans. And that John Cena's like laughing at him and he's calling him a moron. It's so weird to see, the roles reverse. So then after all that happened, John Cena doing his same thing, calling out the fans and Randy Orton say, in this weird world, where you're the bad guy, hey, I'm a good guy, that I gotta save the championship because John Cena keeps saying that, all these dates, are gonna go lesser and then when, it's finished, he's gonna take the title when he retires and there will be no championship because that's why he's saying John Cena is the last real champion. But Randy Orton doesn't want that to happen because his legacy with his history with his family and Cody Rhodes history. So then John Cena tries to attack Randy Orton. Doesn't really go well. As you see, Randy Orton RKO's him, holds the championship, and teasing their Backlash match that they said before because Randy Orton was saying, let's have a match right now. John Cena said, you know what? We'll have in a Backlash where your family could see, where you could see where you gonna lose. So yeah, so we're gonna have a Backlash match with John Cena and Randy Orton. I feel like I'm a kid again.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see you on the next segment.
So now we're gonna talk about the debut of Reciew, which they're gonna go against Gaza, which I think it was a perfect debut for them. What do you think about that match?
Yeah, Fraxium versus La Gaza had a great match. They did a little teaser, showing all, Fraxium matches. If you're not familiar with them, they had the tag team championships on NXT for over a year. So it was cool to see Fraxium and La Gaza have a good, quick match. And, Fraxium picked up the win. And, it was a nice, fun match for them. And they won their debut.
Yeah, global match and great debut. Wishing for the best for SmackDown.
So before all this chaos that you see in the picture right now, we had Tiffy time, having a promo, saying how she defeated Charlotte Flair. Then Jay Cargill comes and say, I'm the best too, and I can show you that I'm the best. And Tiffy like, okay. So they just had a match, and the referee came, and they had a pretty fun match. But we knew that Jay Cargill couldn't lose, or Tiffy time couldn't lose. So Naomi came with caution.
Of course, the story attacking. You know who? Jay Cargo, which I already knew this story have an end. Of course, guess what happened next? Nia Ajax attacked Tiffany. Tiffany Stratton, which I don't know if I was surprised because she never had the rematch. So, what do you thought about that, Dandy?
Yeah, because the only time Tiffy kind of defeated Nia Jax was that tag team match in the Elimination Chamber. So it's good that they're gonna have a solo match, and Jay Cargill and Naomi is gonna have their never match because it might be a trio, type of match. So good storyline for Nia Jax and Tiffy time, and I'm excited for the next.
So the next thing we're gonna talk about is gonna be LA9 and Fatu Wish. Of course, LA9 won his rematch, but before LA9 could ask for his rematch, Drew McIntyre came out from nowhere. What do you think about that?
Yeah, Drew McIntyre. At first, I was a little confused. Drew McIntyre because I didn't really want him in the United States picture. But the more the promo comes and LA Knight just making fun of Drew and saying it's boring and being lazy in the ring, it was pretty funny. So I was entertained what's gonna happen next. And Nick Aldis came out next and said, before y'all start fighting, just have a match. It's gonna be for the number one contender for Jacob Fatu. So now we have Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green, for the Women's United States Championship. And there was a lot of different interference, but that didn't stop Zelina Vega all by herself. She found a way to finally beat Chelsea Green and win the United States Championship.
Yeah, I'm finally happy because for a while I think she deserved the belt. So for her to win the match tonight, it was the best. I mean, what more can you ask for?
For this to be in the PLE.
That's true. It is true. But remember, she beat Chelsea the last two matches. So
Yeah, you could have still set it up in a PLE match or a Saturday main event match to make the moment a little more bigger than just our, SmackDown in the middle. But, Selena Vega is champion, and I'm happy because I've been a big Selena Vega fan for a minute, and I'm happy that she finally won the title.
yeah, definitely her first belt too.
I know, that's crazy.
So after Selena Vega went the title, we had the Miz going to the ring, and he started complaining about how he never got back to WrestleMania. We had Ray Fingers who started WWE, and we have
Joe Henry.
John Henry, who's
Yeah,
not even the
WWE. So yeah, because Ray Phoenix only started 2 weeks and Joe Henry came, and then it's funny. Ironically, the Miz complains about this, and I guess who shows up? Finally, months we've been waiting. Alistair Black shows up, and the Miz is pissed because literally he was just complaining about new people coming or returning people coming as well, and then boom, Alistair Black comes. By the way, he comes back with his old theme song, his old entrance, and the look that he has is the look he had when he was at NXT, and it looks beautiful, and I'm excited because at NXT, I mean, not even the main roster, he had the same thing in AEW, like the Malachi Black, where he had like a mask and like makeup. This is a perfect Alistair Black look.
yeah, it is. And welcome back to Alistair Black.
So we have our main event. We have DIY versus the Street Profits versus Motor City Machine Gun in a TLC ladder match, for the World Tag Team Championships. And this was an incredible match. There was so much moments, like tables, everybody was getting like hurt. And I feel like this should have been like a WrestleMania match, and there was so much WrestleMania moments.
Yeah, definitely should be a WrestleMania match. Like when you see the match, oh my god, it can be mad what's in WrestleMania. And one of the things that I like about this match is like they did so many spots, like he said with the table, like where Angelo Dawkins did the spear from the top of the staircase, and oh my god, he fell on the floor. Oh my god, that's a oh my
And
god moment.
yes, oh my god. In the ladders, not the staircase. I don't know if Angelo Dawkins can reach through the staircase,
I
but
made the ladder, yeah,
but
but
but but yeah, that was a crazy moment. But I guess even crazier when Montez climbs up the ladder while we have a DIY member and a Motor City Machine Gun member, and they're thinking that they're gonna get the titles. And he climbs up in the middle, pushes them both, and retains their tag team championship. And it was a amazing main event. Apparently it was like 30 minutes commercial free, so you know the it was perfect for it to not be commercial free because it was nonstop action. And like I said, it should have just been a WrestleMania match. I don't understand, but we still got an incredible match out of it.
yeah, and the Street Profit remained champion. That's the most important part, at least for me, because I wanted them to stay for the belt for a while. So, and that happened. So, if you like what we're doing, because we got what you're doing, you can always follow us at.
Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Subscribe on our YouTube page.
And if you're still watching us to the end, I just want to say thank you and peace.